This is Andre Sweeney, the Life Specialist. Welcome to the Get a Life Show, the show that gives you the tools and principles necessary for an outstanding life. Today's segment is called Life Nuggets, and today I'm talking to you from the subject, 4 traits of a leader. Leadership is so important in a country where the economic system has failed. People don't trust politicians. The scandals in the church has just been crazy. Leadership is something that is in dire need. And today I'm going to just give you 4 traits, and there are many, there are hundreds, but I'm going to give you 4 traits today of a leader. Trait number 1. In order to be a leader, you have to care. Might sound simple, might not sound like a big deal, but trust me, if you're going to be a leader in 2010 and beyond, you got to care about people. I had a person one time tell me, this person was in leadership, and they told me, he said, I don't like people very much. And that person changed their mindset, and now happens to be a great leader. But it got me to thinking, there are hundreds of people out there just like that. People in leadership positions. People who are responsible for hundreds of lives, who really don't give a poop about people. And you know what? It shows. It shows by your lack of availability. It shows by your lack of sensitivity. It shows by your lack of training. It shows by your lack of just simply caring. In order to lead people, you have to have a heart for them. You have to feel what they feel. You have to understand what makes them tick. You gotta go the extra mile and beyond. Leadership takes sacrifice. Leadership takes giving up one's own desire to lead people for a greater good. If you don't care about people as a leader, you are in the wrong business. If you don't care about people as a leader, you need to get a job at McDonald's. You need to go somewhere and be an exterminator. Kill some roaches. But get out of the leadership business. Because leaders have to care. When a person is going through, a leader has to be able to reach that person. When one of the followers may not have the motivation that it takes to succeed, a leader has to push that right button. A leader has to care enough to discipline that person even when they don't want to be disciplined. A leader has to drive and inspire people. And these are things you cannot do unless you care. Leadership and selfish does not belong in the same sentence. It's an oxymoron. How can you be a leader and be selfish and not care about the needs of the people? So if you want to be a great leader, first I need you to care. The second trait of a leader is to believe. First of all, as a leader, you have to believe in your own vision. If you don't believe in your own stuff, then why should I? Why am I going to sacrifice if you don't believe in your own stuff? Why am I going to push myself the extra mile if when it boils down to it, you don't believe your own vision is going to come to pass? But not only do you have to believe as a leader, you have to believe in the people. You have to be able to see a person finished, even though they may be at the beginning stage of their life. You have to be able to see the potential in a person and believe that they can reach that potential. You have to be able to look in the person's eyes, believe who God says they are, and see them as God sees them. Not how everybody else sees them, not even as you see them, but how the Maker sees them. Everybody needs someone to believe in them. When someone believes in you, it pushes you to greater expectation. So if you're going to be a great leader, you have to believe in people. The next thing, if you're going to be a leader, you have to be fair. This world is filled with favoritism, filled with people giving one group of people a chance and putting their foot on the very next group. If you're going to be a leader, you can't be partial to your family. You can't be partial to your friends. You can't even be partial to people that you like or people that like you. A leader must be fair right down the middle. A leader has to be willing to be fair to a person even if that person does not like that particular leader. Even if that person has been hurtful to you, you have to call it right down the middle. You got to be fair. You can't take one side against the other based on personal feelings. You have to be right about it. You got to be fair. Folks have to know when they come to you that you're going to call it straight down the middle. People have to know if there's a problem, you're going to take care of it based on what it says in black and white. Not based on feeling, not based on emotion, but based on what's fair. When there's fairness, there's justice. And when there's justice, people will go to the edge of the world for you because they know if something goes down, you're going to call it fair. You're going to call it right. And they don't have to worry. So a leader has to be fair. The next thing that a leader must be, and this is the last one, a leader must expect excellence. You know what? Sometimes we love people to death as leaders. They're our family, they're our friends, people that we grew up with, but they're up under us, and we have to lead them. But instead of expecting a standard of excellence, we let them get away with all kinds of crap. We let them be late. We let them turn in shoddy work. We let them slip by, skid by, get 50, 75%. And you're doing that person a disservice. Where there is no excellence, there is chaos. Where there is no standard, there is anarchy. If you don't have a standard of excellence as a leader, you might as well not be leading. They're really leading you. You have to hold people to a spirit of excellence. If you have a meeting, you have to expect your people to be there and be on time. If you have a report due, you have to expect your people to have that report looking nice. If there's an assignment due, you have to expect your people to do it and do it with quality. You can't lead people if you're scared to hold them to a standard. And sometimes holding people to a standard requires that you're not going to be popular. Sometimes people are not going to like you. Sometimes people are going to think you're a jerk. Excellence requires tough skin. And if you don't have that, you can't hold people to excellence. If you don't have a standard, you have nothing. This is Andre Sweeney, the Life